We will be doing some paid live readings. I am a psychic medium and I'll be here until 9 p.m. UK time, so we've got 2 hours. I will be doing paid tarot readings, private readings. And I channel spirit for the readings, but use cards for YouTube so that you have a visual. I don't read the card meanings. I will also be doing 3 free collective readings during the live. And the first one will be a spirit message. Okay. Then there'll be a love message during the live and also a career message. And if you'd like a reading during the live, then all the info is pinned in the chat through PayPal only, but you can use your cards. You don't need a PayPal account. Okay. So let's bring in some people. Okay, I've posted some bits into the chat for the moment. Okay, there haven't been any prepaid readings, nobody's pre-booked, so I will get into the collective reading. If any of you feel that this resonates, then leave a comment. And also I do pin in the comments after the live has finished for you to reflect back on so that you can find the readings throughout. Okay. Now, although I channel spirit, I do use the cards, as I say, for visuals for you, so that you're not just looking at a blank desk or my face. But obviously with oracle cards, they do have messages on them anyway, but then I will bring in anything that spirit is saying about those messages. So spirit, what message do we have for the collective today that you want them to know? Oh, they want me to have that one as well. Okay. All right. So the first one we have is this beautiful card, which says your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. Okay. Meditate and contemplate. And emotions are running high. Morning affirmations. it says, say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. And who do you need to forgive? As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. So what Spirit is saying here through these visuals for you is that your desired outcome, whatever you want, you can have, or else you would not desire it. We can't desire things that are not meant for us. They would not come into our awareness, which is your thoughts. Okay, or being aware of something. You might see a car and think, oh, I really like that car. Okay, so it could be something that we see physically, or it happens internally where we suddenly get that sort of, oh, I'd like this. Okay, so what you want is yours, but sometimes we don't have patience, and we certainly don't have faith. Okay, this is too much of a busy world where our emotions are running wild. Okay, we're either in the past in our thoughts or in the future. Okay, but we're never really in the present. We're not contemplating the present moment. We're not relaxed. We're all over the place, blowing around like tumbleweed, Spirit is saying. Okay, so the reason they're saying on here, don't try to force it to happen, because when we try to force things to hurry up, I'm impatient, or I don't trust that I'm going to get it, okay, it pushes it away. Okay, remember, everything is energy. And when you're chasing something, why are you chasing it? Because it's running away from you. Okay, when you just stand still and you have faith and you know that what you want is yours, or else you could not think of it, it will come to you quicker. Now, morning affirmations. All right, now on this card, it says, say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. Well, for a start, you're not actually manifesting anything. Creation is finished. All possibilities exist. You're choosing and deciding, right, that's what I want. Okay, it's already yours. So, but you've got to align with it. So say in morning affirmations, every thought that you're having is affirming something. Even if you say to yourself, I need to go to the toilet, you're affirming that you need to go to the toilet. Okay, so Spirit is saying here, as well, I'm going to come back to this one and put it all together. As you release old anger or resentment, you will find your wishes will come true. It doesn't necessarily mean forgiving somebody else to get what you want. It means that your resentment and anger that you're holding on to, or your frustration or negative emotions, because your emotions are running high and you're all over the place, is actually stopping you getting what you want. So they're saying, watch what you're thinking, because everything that you're thinking is affirming something. So be more positive rather than negative in what you're thinking about the thing you're wanting. Okay, you have to be in alignment with it. Okay, that sort of heart and mind coherence, or whatever it's called. Okay, if you're desiring something in your heart, but in your head you're telling yourself something completely opposite about it. Oh, I'd like that car, but I can't afford it. I just haven't got the money. So how the hell am I ever going to get it? Okay, you're not in alignment with it. Instead of being, yeah, I want that car, so it's going to be mine. I don't know how, but I'm going to get that car. Okay, so really look at what your thoughts are. If you're wanting a loving, beautiful relationship with somebody, but your head is saying they're a player, people don't commit to me, I never get loving relationships, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, people don't see me as lovable, men don't seem to love me, women seem to hate me, or whatever. Okay, but then you're not in alignment. So you need to forgive yourself. Look at where this beautiful light is shining from. It's shining from the heart. Okay, so really look at what you're wanting. Stop being all over the place in your emotions and your thoughts. Let go of the negativity and really contemplate on your thoughts that are in alignment with it. Have faith. You don't need to make anything happen. Yes, we get inspired to take action, but it's not something we're forcing. It just happens naturally that we don't even know we're doing it. It feels so normal and natural that we don't even know we're doing it. Okay, so I hope that that helps some of you today. If it resonated, put a little thumbs up in the chat. Okay. And as I said earlier, I will be doing, I do post the timestamps for all the ones, the free ones that I do in here. The next one will be the love one. Okay, and then the career one, but that'll be later. Right, okay. Okay. Wendy, are you in the chat, my lovely? Okay. I'm already getting through some bits, but I want to try and draw you some visuals as well. So going into the male, is it Bose? I don't want to say it wrong. Let's just say Bose. And Bera. I'll say male and female. Okay, then I won't mess up their names. Boaz. Is that what you mean? I'll just say male and female. Then we keep it simple. Okay. So what were you asking about him? I'd like to know if he feels I can do more. He does know what's going on. Okay. He knows. Okay. He's a very old soul in a soft body. But what does come through, first of all, is the love that they have for you as their human mummy, okay, is incredibly strong. Okay, it's really radiating. They've deeply bonded with you, not just as pets, but as soul companions. Okay, so for the male, he does know. Okay, let's pull a card. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, okay. So this, what he's saying here is a couple of things. He knows it's near the end of his time. Okay. He's not afraid. All right. He knows his body is shifting. He's not afraid. I'm hearing, and I will show you these cards in a minute. Okay. Does he feel like you could do more? No, not at all. Okay, he does not feel abandoned or lacking. Okay, he's showing me that it's more peaceful, quiet loyalty. Okay, like he's grateful beyond words for everything you've done. He does not want you to carry guilt because he feels your love every day. Okay, and that's more than enough. Every time you I don't know if you rub his ears, he's showing me like rubbing, but like it's not just a petting, it's like a rubbing. It's like a warmth of a blanket, the way you speak to him like he's human, and that is what heals him, even if his body weakens. Okay, he doesn't expect you to fix what's happening. What he wants for you is to stay okay, emotionally present, trust what you already know, and don't hide your feelings. Okay, yeah. He feels, don't hide your feelings because he feels them anyway. Okay, he's saying, let her cry in front of me. I know she's trying to be strong, but I love her more when she's real. He's not scared of leaving, but he's concerned about your heart once he does, and that's what he's showing here. Okay, and that's what he's watching closely. Okay, your ability to move forward without too much sorrow. So let me carry on showing. So what he's showing here, the cards he's bought, there's a dog here. Okay, so he's happy to cross over. He's taking on the energy of the fool, not foolish, but like this energy of the freedom. Okay, and the sun has a face. Okay, so he knows he's going back to spirit. All right, but you've been loyal. He's saying you're loyal, and he knows he's going back out of this world and all the beautiful animals that are around. So he knows he's going. He will be met as well. He is showing up. He is saying as well, I will be met by a woman. Okay. This woman's energy has already come in around him. I don't know whether it's a guide. I don't know. I feel it is a human, a female energy, not of an animal, but of a, it could be an animal, but no, I'm not going to go back on what I was feeling. I feel it is either a relative you've lost who will take care of him or meet him, or a guide. Okay, now he's saying that he knows he's ill. This is my illness card. Okay, and like the Jesus holding the lamb. Okay, and he knows it's going to be devastating for you. It's never nice when we lose a fur baby. Okay. All right. Okay. Hello, Gina, my lovely. So let's go into, so he knows he's going. He loves you very much. There isn't anything else you can do except pour your love into him. And do whatever you have to do, you know, before he goes. I don't know if you still take him to the vets or if he's still on medication or checkups or whatever. Now, hello, Pooja, my lovely. Now, the female, she knows. She's watching everything. Okay. Now, she is incredibly empathic. She sensed the changes around him and around you. She's not confused, but she is a little emotionally overwhelmed. Okay. So you might have seen her staying very close, or she might have been a bit quiet, maybe a bit withdrawn or a bit holding back. She's feeling the grief before it happens. So it's like a anticipated mourning, if you like. She knows his energy is fading, and it makes her want to comfort you and protect him at the same time. Okay, so because she's very empathic, she is being like that sponge of love, if you like. Okay. She may even, I don't know whether she's sleeping more or following you around as well closely. She might even stare at him quietly. Okay, this is like all little signs you can pick up on if you hadn't. Let her, she needs emotional release. Okay, speak loud to her, acknowledging that she knows what's happening. Okay, and give her time to grieve even before he crosses over. All right. She doesn't need protecting from the truth. She needs inclusion. She's a part of a process and she wants to help. Okay. The male is telling you, I don't need any cards for her. Yeah, look at that. She's like this teddy that wants to comfort you. Okay, when you're going to be upset, she wants to comfort. Okay, but she's going to feel it as well. She is going to feel it. So he's saying, his sort of messages are, I'm not leaving because you failed. I'm leaving because I completed what I came to do. Okay, I gave love. And I will return in ways you will recognize. Okay, for her, she feels everything. Okay, and she's staying strong for you, but she needs you when he's gone. Okay. I feel his transition will be peaceful. Okay, not chaotic. he will be held, he will feel loved, and he will know he's safe. All right. And the female, will she adapt afterwards? Yes, but she will need more cuddles, more lots of spoken reassurance. Okay, because your bond will grow more as well. All right. So I hope that's helped you, my lovely. For all of you joining in, my lovelies, this is paid readings only. Okay. I will explain a bit more about them in a moment. I was just doing a Wendy's reading there. Good. Okay, so this is paid readings. I do 3 free collective readings, okay, throughout. So I've already done the spirit message at the beginning, which was in the last 20 minutes. Also, there is the love reading at around 10 to 15 minutes time, and then which is for the collective. And then there is also a career reading, but that's not till in the second hour at past. Hello, Jessica, my lovely. Right. You know, the first reading, the first paid reading is usually the most powerful. Okay, and that was powerful because it's had the silence around it. Okay, so if any of you are feeling that. Now, you can get, if you look at the prices, the cheapest one is £5. Okay, that is literally for if you're watching and feel drawn, but you're not ready for a full message. Okay, the £5 mini reading, that is 1 card visual, but don't forget I channel spirit, so it's a card visual for you, but a channeled message from spirit. It's not you asking questions, because it's 1 card. Spirit will bring you what they want you to hear right now. And sometimes a quick message gives you clarity and can even give you the nudge you need to dive deeper, so a bigger reading. And lots of people come back, they either book the readings privately so that they can have a video to watch at their own leisure, okay, or they might book a fuller reading if that one hits home in the live. Okay, so if you're curious and just need to hear what spirit has to say to you, then you can get that reading. Or you can get the bigger readings. Okay. There's the link. Okay, Jessica, I just got your payment, my lovely. Now, you don't need a PayPal account. You can hit that link and you can pay by card. Okay, most countries take it. I don't use Super Chat. I can't get it where I am anyway. And PayPal is safe as well. Okay. Now, as you heard, if you did join in and heard Wendy's reading, we were tuning into animals that are already here, that haven't passed over. Okay. Right. Now, for any of you who can't get readings, okay, please go and look around my channel. Okay, there are loads of shorts that are no contact, career, spirit messages, yes, nos. Okay, they're short. They're what, like a minute or so long. There are, for those of you who love a deeper reading, there are pick a card readings, and they are in their own playlist because there's so many of them. Okay, and there's lots of other videos as well. So go and check out my channel if you can't get a reading in the live. Okay, or just stay tuned. Something might resonate with you. Sometimes spirit will say things and it resonates with people. Okay, Jessica. Okay, Jess, are you in the chat, my lovely? Okay, what's your question, sweetheart? Hello, Pinku, my lovely. Pinku, this is paid reading, my lovely. On what, Jessica? What are you asking for? Did you put something on? I didn't see a question on your payment thing. Little lighter is set payments, my lovely. Jessica, I'm not seeing a question from you. I mean, I can see any messages that Spirit has for you on this journey. Is that what you mean? But I don't, where you say I would like the advice. I don't know what on. Okay. Righty-ho, Jessica. Okay, little light, that's the readings. The £5 one is not a question you ask. It's literally one card that Spirit will give you what you need to know. Okay, so anybody getting the mini reading, if you want the mini reading, it is literally not a full message. It's literally, you get one card, visual, a channeled message from Spirit. No questions. You're not asking the question. It's just what Spirit wants you to hear right now. Okay, sometimes a quick message just gives you clarity, and it can even give you the nudge you need to dive deeper. Okay, so I've had lots of people who come back later for a full reading, you know, where they have their own video recorded out of the live. Okay, or else they carry on and they get a bigger reading in here. Right, let me just do the link for you, little light. And remember, it's no health, legal, or pregnancy questions. Okay, Jessica. Okay, let's look at your energy. Okay. Okay. It's all right. When I put them down, they're not really messages. No. Okay. So what Spirit is saying to you, Jessica, okay, remember, it's all about you. All right. He has no free will in your reality. You will never experience his reality. He will never experience your reality. He is just a character that you are aware of. Okay. And it's what you're aware of thinking about him. Okay. In the meantime. And Spirit's telling me what you're thinking. Okay. So in his energy, which could be any version of him. Okay. But we'll go with the one that you are connected to, that you keep seeing in your 3D as being the only version, okay, is still having problems. I think we have this out a lot with him, or when we have, where there's still things going on with family, that, you know, around family situations, that is very cold. Okay, very cold. You know, it's literally just obligation, no love or anything there. Okay, so but regardless of that, it has nothing to do with him. Okay? So, what Spirit is saying here, and I'm going to put it into the order, sort of. Right, let's do it in the order. Right, movement can happen really quick. Okay, what you want is already done. Your relationship with him is already done. Mitak, Shara, my lovely, this is paid readings only. So movement can happen anytime. The minute you're aligned with it, it can happen. Okay, what you want is already done, but you're keeping the door locked still. The door's still locked. All right. So Spirit is saying you're the magic wand. The magic comes from you. The energy that you're giving off, you're broadcasting that energy all the time into the mirror, onto the mirror of time and space, and that's what gets reflected back to you. So the time it's taking, it has got nothing to do with him. It's the time your union is taken is up to you, because you're still sat there in an unwanted story. You're still, Spirit is saying here with this card, is you still think that you've got to be doing something to get this. You are the process. Okay? You are. All you got to do is just know, because you said so. Okay, he's mine. We're together. We're already together. Okay, you're not changing that version out there. That version will never change. That script is written for that version. So he's not going to change. You got to go within. You got to put your awareness onto the version who's always loved and adored you. Can't be without you. Okay, and you've got to embody, Jessica, who is that? I am or I am not. Okay, so every time he pops into your head, what is the first thought you're having? Okay, 9 times out of 10, if I was to follow you around like a personal assistant, a personal secretary, okay, writing down all your thoughts that you're having throughout the day, it would be that there may be 10 or 20 thoughts that are, we're together, he loves me. But where's the rest on the separation? How long is it going to be? Okay, your emotions are all still all over the place. And you're still pinning yourself down with thoughts that are not in alignment with everything that you've been taught. Okay, on this blackboard. Decide. There is only now. There is no past and there is no future. There is only the now that you're choosing and deciding from. Okay, so you keep putting obstacles in your way, Spirit is saying. Okay, so just stand in your power. It's done because I said so. Okay, so have faith. And then you've got to have faith that what you want, this world, as the pregnancy bump, will be born. Okay, it's not going to be born. It'll just get reflected back to you. All right, so you're making it a lot harder than you need to. All right. Okay, so that's why you're caught in that loop. Drop that story. You have to be disciplined with yourself, Jessica, or else you're going to keep in the loop of he's ghosting me. So you're going to experience more ghosting. He didn't ghost you. You ghosted yourself. Okay? You ghosted yourself. He didn't ghost you. You ghosted yourself with what you were thinking about yourself and about him. And you've kept your awareness on the ghosting, so you're continuing to keep the door locked. Because you keep telling that story, sweetheart. Okay? Just drop that story every time it pops into your head. That's not my choice. That's not my preference. Okay? How can he ghost me? Because he's not separate from me. I haven't lost him. He's still in your awareness. But your awareness is on the ghosting. Okay. Oh, no, the penny's dropping. Okay. What you're aware of. So you are aware of the ghosting. You're aware that he's not with you physically. He hasn't gone anywhere. He only exists in your awareness. He's not off doing what the fuck he likes. He's just literally gone off stage, waiting for you to call him back in. He only exists in your reality because you're aware of him. But you're aware of him as ghosting you and not being together. Okay, so you're fixed and focused on a version that you can't change. What's playing out there has already had the script written. Okay, so then when your awareness is on the fact that he's with you, he's already yours, he always has been. Okay, you just chose to send him away through your fears and insecurities. Okay, and the story you had, what you started being aware of. Okay, and you embody the version of Jessica. Make that decision. Just fucking decide. I am his wife or I am not. And I have a loving relationship with him or I do not. Because there is only right now. So every moment going forward is new. There is no past where he ghosted you. Okay, but you keep focusing on that past where he ghosted you. So you're bringing it into the now moment because it only exists right now and you're getting more of it to experience. Do you understand? So stop doing that, Spirit is saying. Okay, the quicker the time it's taken is the time it's taken for you to unlock the door and stop putting obstacles in your way. You either have him or you don't. You're either Jessica who's in that relationship or you're not. That's all you need to be aware of. Okay, your self-concept is pretty good. Okay, so you know that you're chosen, you know that you're loved because you choose and love yourself. You know that you're prioritized because you prioritize yourself. Okay, you're not living in a past. You are creating your past and future in the now. Okay, because they only existed as a mental thought. All right, but as a human self has to put it as a linear. There was a past, there's a present, and there's a future. Okay, no, just decide right now. Stop telling yourself the story. Just say, that's not my story anymore. I'm not that version of me anymore. Okay? But you have to see him as the version you want to experience. All right? Yeah, it's not my story anymore. Or that's not my choice. That's not my preference or choice anymore. You're the one who keeps putting yourself there. You're the one who keeps taking yourself there. Stop taking yourself there. You're not having any problem taking yourself to something that's causing you pain and frustration. Stop doing that. Why are you choosing that? You can choose what brings you joy and pleasure. Then you will get it reflected back. Okay? Okay. Righty-ho. Let's get into the... Oh no, little light, you did something. Right, for those of you who are commenting, this is paid readings only, my lovelies. So Diksha, this is paid readings only. It does say that in the title of the video as well. Live tarot readings paid only. All right, but I do 3 free collective readings. It's nice to see you all here anyway. For those of you who can't get a reading, go to my videos. I've got hundreds of shorts, okay, no contact situations, yes, no videos. There's pick a card readings all in a playlist. Go and knock yourselves out with those. Right. Okay, little light, my lovely. Now I will use cards as visuals, okay, but they're already coming through. Spirit's already coming through with things here. So, okay, so the first, and this goes with it, the cards always go with the message that they're bringing here. Okay, so tapping into SP's energy, okay, there is this real magnetic attraction, all right? Running underneath the surface here, all right? It's unspoken, it is subtle, but it's strong. The eyes are speaking first, so watch his eyes. Okay, the connection is not meant to stay in limbo. Okay, it's like a polite exchange energy on the surface at the moment. But there is a pull that's building on both ends. And it's over the next 2 to 4 weeks. I feel it's 2 to 4 weeks is going to be like a tipping point. Okay, so it may be that there are longer conversations. Okay, there may be a conversation that gets sparked, because this is always like where is it, his feather on here, like the peacock feather is always like a headset, so this is like conversations. It's like talking, it may be talking about family, all right, that happens. It may be a shared situation, a mutual environment. Okay, there's definitely, so I'm asking Spirit, what's he thinking? Okay, he is very observant, but he is cautious. He's noticing much more about you than you actually think he does. Okay, he's not going to rush. Okay, he's not going to rush. He's curious, he's interested, but he doesn't make moves without alignment, all right? So at the moment, he's a little bit holding back, but your vibe is green light, okay? He just needs to learn to read it more. There's also a soul familiarity here. Okay, so like you've known each other before. Recognition. And that's why they're drawing me to the eyes, because eyes are the windows to the soul, aren't they? So can it bloom into something real? Definitely. Okay, there's definitely more to come with happiness here. Okay, more communication, talking. I feel like you are going to start talking. Okay, but remember, he is very attracted to you. All right, that's my card of attraction, watching you. But look at the thoughts that are coming out of here. Remember, what you're thinking, you're always transmitting thoughts. So make sure that you're transmitting thoughts out there, okay, for him to pick up on, that are in alignment with what you want. Going back to Spirit's message at the beginning for the collective. Okay, so definitely it's going to turn into something more organically. Okay, what can you do to encourage it? I'm asking Spirit. Okay, they're sort of saying keep doing, be your authentic self. Love is never anything that you chase. Okay, you never you don't become happy because you found love. You find love because you're already happy and confident within yourself. You're doing life. You become the magnet. Okay, so Spirit is saying you could add a little bit more if you can talk. Just be like, you know, oh, I always see you at this time, or you know, just a grin or something like that. Okay, or a gaze that lasts a little bit longer, like a second longer. Okay, just so that he sort of gets that sort of green light. He's reading it, but he's not quite reading it. Okay, so that he gets that green light to move forwards. Okay, so yes, I feel that a small energetic nudge could be a difference between eye contact and a real conversation. All right, so just seeing if there's anything else that's relevant that they're bringing out. Yeah, be patient as well. Rome wasn't built in a day. There is more to come, and I feel it's going to unfold. Okay. Unfold into something more. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be the love of your life. It's way too early at this point in time, but there does seem to be something more to come here. But he's definitely attracted to you, and that's, you know, what you're picking up as well. You know, Spirit is saying, you know. All right. Yeah, Spirit is saying, let the words catch up to the soul's knowing. Okay, he feels it too, and soon you'll both say what your eyes have whispered to each other all along. You know, even if you just do a little smile or something, you know, a nod of the head and a smile. Okay. Boo, you're welcome, my lovely. Okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to start doing the second of the free collective readings, which is the love reading. I will explain about that in a moment. Okay, so for those of you who've joined in, hello, my lovelies, whilst I've been doing the readings for the lovely Wendy, Jessica and Little Light. Okay, so I have already done the first of the free collective readings, which was at the beginning, which was a spirit message for anybody who comes across this. Okay, next in a moment I'll be doing the love reading, which I'll explain in a moment. And then in about just under an hour's time, I will be doing the career reading. All right, now I do, after the live has finished, put timestamps for those free collective readings. Okay, now I am a psychic medium. I also channel loved ones and pets in spirit, and I can tune into your living pets as well. A lot of people ask, in fact, Wendy at the beginning was asking about pets that are still here. Now, if you are watching and you feel drawn, but you're not ready for a full message like the ladies have just had, okay, the £5 mini reading that I do is one card for a visual, because I only use the cards as visuals, and a channeled message from spirit that I'm getting to go with that card that they picked for you. Okay, it's not you asking a question, it's what spirit wants you to hear right now, because sometimes a quick message gives you clarity, okay, but it can give you a nudge where you need to dive deeper. Okay, I've had lots of people who either get the £5 mini read and then they hear something and they're like, right, I want to know more about this. What do you mean, spirit? Okay, and they pay for a bigger card reading in the live, or they will go off and they will get that nudge again and they book a reading through my web page. All right, and that is 99.9% of people book the video reading so that they can watch it over and over again at their leisure. Okay, and a lot of times when you're having a reading, you don't actually listen. You hear what you want to hear. You're not listening to the deeper message behind it. Okay, so a lot of people say the more I listen to it, I got a different perspective on it. Okay, I actually hear what you're telling me and not what I wanted to hear. So if you are curious about that one, it's this one. Now, I do my readings through PayPal. You don't need a PayPal account. Okay, you can just click on it and it should let you pay by card. You just put in your card details. Okay, it's safe, it's secure. Hello, Neela, my lovely. Right, okay. What else did I put in? So I'm going to drop those bits into here as well. Just to keep you reading something whilst I'm fine, thank you, Neela, as always, whilst I go into the love reading for the collective. So any of you who are having concerns in your love life, okay, this will be for you. Right. Okay. So let me start setting this up for peoples. Okay. So Spirit will pull cards from these 5 decks. All right. Now they're going to cover I ask them to cover 3 areas. If you're single and ready to mingle and you have nobody that you're wanting back in your life, okay, you want a new person, you're not holding out for somebody new, old, okay, you're single and you're ready to mingle. That will be on the base, and then I will pull in one of these cards to clarify for the singles. Okay, then the next category will be no contact. So that is if you are in no contact with somebody, doesn't matter how long ago it's been, okay, or you parted on horrendous terms or they just disappeared, okay, it's for no contact, where you're wanting them back, not just to hear an apology. I mean, you're wanting a relationship back with them. The third one is if you're in a relationship, but it's hot and cold or up and down. Okay, so this will clarify this for singles. This will clarify for no contact. That one will clarify for hot and cold behavior. I will not be reading your messages in the chat because I got my back turned away. I'm looking over here, not at my computer here. It is paid readings only. But this is a free collective reading, and the timestamp, if you want to go back and listen to it again, will be at the end in the comments section. So, Spirit, love reading collective. Okay. Deep meanings already here. I'm not going to bother with one of those because we're getting quite a few messages out. Okay. Okay, so this is right, Sarika, my lovely, this is paid readings, but this reading is the free love reading. Okay, so you need to listen for the second bit, okay, because the first bit is for the singles, then it's going to be for no contact, and then it is for up and down in a love situation. All right, it's free. Okay, but they are paid readings, so it's not personal to you, it is general. Okay, so for those of you that are single, there is somebody on the edges of your energy coming in. Spirit is saying their energy is starting to come into your energy field. Okay, so there are new beginnings for you, all right, with somebody coming in. Now, you might meet them in a social setting. Okay, you can be out and about. You're either not at work or you're not at home. Okay, it's when you're out and about somewhere. Okay, and this could be the one. But you're definitely going to be getting to know each other. Okay, you need to trust. And there are new beginnings for you here. So for those of you that are single, yes, remember it's not personal, it's a collective reading, okay? You could meet this person within the next 2 weeks or within the next 2 months. All right. Now, the backup one for you is some of you are in indecision. Okay, so meaning that you're a bit scared of the unknown because you're wanting love, but you may have been hurt before. So some of you got a little bit of a guarded heart. You need to relax. How can come love to you if you're guarding there, stood at the entrance of your heart, not letting anybody come in? Okay, that's for some of you. Some of you, love is coming in easy because you've done the work. You know that you're beautiful. You know that you're chosen. You know you're prioritized. Okay, but some of you need to turn your back on some emotions that are still blocking that energy of this new person coming in. So really look at where your thoughts are regarding yourself, regarding relationship, or regarding the people that you're wanting. Okay, so really look at that. And then trust that when this person comes in, that it can be you getting to know each other more, and it could be the one. Okay, so that's for the singles. Now for no contact people, okay, that are listening here, remember this is not personal, but if it resonates, you can always get a deeper reading of your own. Okay, now again, Spirit is saying some of you are still guarded and guarded. Okay, not that one. And some of you feel that you've been played for a fool. Some of you are feeling foolish. All right. A lot of heads ruling hearts here. Okay. And Spirit is saying you're keeping your heart guarded. You're actually stopping their energy coming through. Okay. You're stopping them coming forward to say that they want to be with you, or can we have another go, so that you can get to know each other more. Okay, Spirit, a card from here for that. Yeah, you're stopping their messages coming through. The communication. That's why you're in no contact. Okay, so sorry, I've got just rubbing my eye, got an itch. So what Spirit is saying here is that you need to be more in your feminine, in your heart. Feminine energy is the heart. Masculine energy is more our thoughts, our logical, analytical brain. Okay, so Spirit is saying here, when you're guarding your heart, you're not letting your person in. You're not having fun. You're not thinking of the beautiful relationship you want. You're in your head. You're not in your heart. You're not in your feminine energy. Okay, meaning that you're keeping this blocked situation. You're stopping the messages coming through with your energy. Everything is energy. Okay, so you need to shift your emotions. You have to shift your thoughts. If you imagine that this is your head, okay, and this is your heart's desiring contact. Your heart is wanting this relationship, but your thoughts aren't in alignment. Okay, so imagine your heart, let's say for argument's sake, in the middle of your chest, your heart's desire, and your thoughts are, say, your third eye between your eyes in your forehead. The thoughts that you're having aren't in alignment with, oh, he loves me so much. I love him so much. I just know that we're going to be together. I trust that my heart knows that we're going to be together. I trust his heart that he knows I'm the one for him, or she's the one for me, or whatever. Okay, instead, your thoughts are off, out of alignment, going, I'm blocked. We're in no contact. He's probably with a third party. What if he goes off and finds somebody else? So you're out of alignment. Your thoughts are not in the relationship. You're not feeling the relationship. You're not in your heart. You are off, slagging them off, upset in your emotions over the current situation and circumstances, which can change the minute you shift your energy. Okay, but you've got to trust the process. Then your new beginnings will come in. Okay, that's why I'm also a mentor, because I help people. As soon as I see their questions, it's like, that is why, because you are so focused, your awareness is focused on a horrible version of them and a horrible version of you and a horrible version of your self, your connection, and not on unconditional love. Love is unconditional. You either want them back or you don't. But if you want them back, you can't be focused on all the shit, because you're going to get more shit to keep experiencing, because what you're putting out there in your thoughts and feelings is what you're getting reflected back. So really look at what story you're telling yourselves, because you're stopping the messages coming through. They haven't gone anywhere. Okay, they haven't gone anywhere. They only exist because you were aware of them in the first place. But now they're existing how you're aware of them. So if you want to see them messaging you and coming back into your life, just stop focusing your awareness on the shit show of a story you've got and put it onto you in a loving relationship. Okay? Because you've got to do the inner work before you see it on the outside, because the outside is just a reflection. You're broadcasting onto the screen of the mirror, which is space and time. Okay, and it's being reflected back to you. So your thoughts going out are what you will experience. Okay, so if you want to experience this loving relationship, you have to think of it differently. Okay, because you're not sending out loving thoughts and they're picking up on those thoughts and they're going, not coming back. A lot of you are in fear that they'll never come back. They haven't gone anywhere. There is no separation. Okay, you can have this beautiful abundance of love. All right, but you're stopping yourselves from having it. I put that card back that was there. What was it? New beginnings, wasn't it? Yeah, Spirit is saying, find that peace within you and your world will be peaceful. Right, for those of you in an up and down relationship, again, very similar, relax more, have fun. Okay, have fun in this connection. You're dancing a merry dance around each other with a lot of emotions coming in here. Okay, relax. This could be the one. Okay, stop messing it up, Spirit is saying. Okay, no more battles. If you go into battle, there's going to be a war. If you don't want a war, stop going into battle. Where's the peace? Okay, find that peace, Spirit is saying. Okay, you just you know, where's that flirt, light-hearted energy? We get too serious too soon, Spirit is saying. Okay, and then your love will come back in. Okay, the love, it will break the ice, is what Spirit is saying there. Okay, but all of you are sort of focusing on everything that you don't want and wondering why nothing is changing. Okay, focus on what you do want. Yeah, frosty. Say, frosty, you're getting frostiness. Feeling left out in the cold. Frosty behavior from them. Again, a lot of fears holding you back because you're telling yourself, you're in your head, you're not trusting your heart. Okay, and you're sat there reflecting, going, well, where are they? They're off with a third person. They told me they don't want to be with me. But you don't understand, Sophia. My situation is completely different. And you're not understanding. Well, you're just creating more obstacles with the story you're telling yourself, because the story you're telling yourself in your head is what you're going to experience, whether you like it or not, good or bad. So as Spirit taught me a long time ago, okay, tell yourself the story you do want instead of the story that you don't. Okay, and a lot of you, if you can shift your energy soon and really look at what you tell yourself, okay, then you can shift this around before the end of October. For those of you in no contact, Spirit was saying then. In the up and down energy, look at the energy, okay? Look at the energy and the thoughts. Your thoughts are energy in motion. Your emotions are energy in motion. Really look at what you're telling yourselves, okay? And again, if it's not in alignment with your heart, then you're out of alignment. You're not going to experience it. Okay, Spirit will bring it forward. It would be like a gift for you to unwrap. Okay, but you're not accepting that gift because you got the door locked. Getting your person back or getting a relationship in the first place or a person is no different to you ordering a coffee. You're making it harder because your fears are coming in. The story you're telling yourself, okay? And when you're in a chasing lack energy, I really, really want them, I'm really, really missing them, etc. Okay, you are then repelling them. Because when you chase something, what does it do? The reason you're chasing it is because it runs away. Okay, so a lot of you are forgetting that everything is energy. Okay, and that the energy you're putting out is pushing them away instead of you being confident in that, knowing like, I'm trusting my heart here because I know that there's more to come. I know that if I love them, they love me. I don't care what they told me. I don't care what they did or have said, unless it's physical abuse or narcissism. Okay, but really look at your thoughts that are not in alignment with a beautiful relationship that you're wanting. Your energy is pushing them away. Stand in your power. Okay. Okay, Stormy, my lovely. £5 mini read. Okay, Spirit, where are we going with Stormies? Thank you, Wendy, my lovely. I'm going to come to these. There's something in these. Yeah, okay. All right, this card here. It says contract, but it's the scales of justice. Okay, and we know what you're going through anyway. So Spirit is saying you're not behind, you're not off track. You're simply in space between chapters. That you're already writing yourself anyway. Okay, Spirit is saying. So that contract, you're writing it. Okay, it's favorable. You're standing on the edge of something. Okay, and the energy is okay, the energy is it's not about making huge moves. Okay, Stormy, it's about trusting the slow shift that's already in motion. Again, that energy in motion for something that's balanced and favorable. All right. Yeah, they're drawing me to the books here. The story. Okay. It's like a gentle push forward is what I'm hearing here. Okay, you've been carrying strength like an armor, but it's okay to put it down now. All right, you've sort of been the one holding it all together, and your spirit team wants you to know it's safe to rest. Okay, it's safe not to have the answer yet. You know, breathe is what they're basically saying. Just breathe for the moment. You're not being tested, you're transforming with all the knowledge that you've had. Spirit is showing me a butterfly. Okay, you're not the caterpillar, you're the butterfly soaring high. I know there's one in here that's very much like it, but no, I'm not finding it. So you're not the butterfly soaring high yet. Sorry. Okay, so but it's like the in between, the quiet, where it looks like nothing's happening, but there's always something happening. Remember, okay, just because it's quiet doesn't mean that it's empty. The silence is sacred right now because it's allowing you to breathe, okay, and to put your focus back onto you. Good, I'm glad it's making sense. Okay, so Spirit is saying that October is going to be important for you, like a personal awakening. A new beginning comes to light around that time. Something that was unclear is going to make sense. It's something where you will look back and say, oh, that's all why it happened that way. Okay, so Spirit, this is your mum saying you're more loved than you know, more protected than you feel, okay, and more powerful than you've allowed yourself to be. Okay, so rest. Remember who you are before. Remember who you are before the world told you to shrink, where you forgot who you were and went into the physical world and interacted, spinning all those plates with negative energy when you didn't need to. You just needed to put your focus back onto you, and that's what you've been doing, and that's why the next shift's coming in, where things are more balanced. You're making new stories, you're not repeating old stories, you're dropping the old stories. That's not my preference and choice anymore, that's not my story anymore, because there is only the now moment, remember. Okay, but in the meantime, get rest is what they're saying. So it's like the calm, the storm's gone, it's now the calm, the fresh air has come in. Okay, yes, balance. Okay, there's another one for you. More balance. You're feeling more balance, where you can see the water vessel that she's holding is half full rather than being half empty. Okay. Now, all of that for Stormy was just from the £5 mini. Okay, now a lot of you, that can just be what you need. Okay, so again, going back to the prices. Okay, the £5 mini is just one card. You don't ask a question, okay? It's just a one card visual and a channeled message from Spirit where Spirit is telling you what you need to hear right now. Okay, so like with Stormy, that message, thank you, this message really makes sense and resonates. Okay, so it's what they want you to hear. And sometimes a quick message gives you clarity. Okay, it can also give you that little nudge where you can dive deeper. Okay, you can get a bigger reading, or you can book your own reading after the live as well. I mean, you know, anytime. Okay, oh, there it is, Stormy. Look at that. Okay, that beautiful wings on there. That's the card I was thinking of when I was talking to you, and there it is. It's come to light. Out of all of those cards, there it is. Okay, you're freeing yourself. You're not drowning anymore in those emotions. Okay, you're actually freeing yourself and flying to wherever you want to fly to. Making wings. Right, okay. Right, so we've got one free collective reading left, which is the career collective reading. Don't forget, I do put the time, I do timestamp them and put them in the comments after the live so that you can find them. You can go back to the other lives and look at the free ones there if these ones don't resonate today. Also, there are my shorts and various videos on the channel. Okay, no contact, spirit messages, pick a card. All the pick a cards I've ever done have got their own they're in their own playlist. Okay, because people love pick a cards. Okay, I don't make I only do the lives on my channel at the moment. Okay, hello Celine, my lovely. Hello Tonia. The shorts are simple ones, yes, no, spirit messages, no contact, what are they thinking, all you name it, it's there somewhere on my channel. And it doesn't matter how long ago I did it. If you come across a video that resonates with you, there's a message in there for you to hear. That's why you're drawn to it. Okay. If you do want your own personal reading, some people don't like them read out on YouTube. Okay, they like it personal. 99.9% of the people who book readings have the video. They go for the video option because they can sit and watch it as many times as they like. Okay, to keep hearing it or to keep track of what I've said and whether it's played out. Okay, I do lives on a Wednesday and Sunday. Here, I'm in the UK. All right, so it's usually between 7 to 9 UK time, but check out the community post because I do post on there. If you do get your own reading or reading in here, okay, it is no health, legal or pregnancy questions. Please be over 18 and they are for entertainment and guidance only. Always use your own judgment for life decisions. Okay, I am a psychic medium, okay, so I don't really use the cards. They're just visuals for yourselves when I'm on YouTube. Okay, but I do channel loved ones and pets in spirit and also tune into living pets, how they feel about you, what are they thinking, feeling, like we had the beautiful Wendy's doggies earlier. What else? Now, the payments are through PayPal. I don't have Super Chat, can't get it here where I am anyway. But PayPal is safe. You don't need a PayPal account. You can just click on the link and it should give you the option of paying by card as you go through, just as a guest or whatever. Pay by card. What else am I missing here? Right, I'm just going to sort of take some breaths and before I go into the career one in about 15-20 minutes time. Okay, but if anybody has any spiritual questions, not personal readings because they are paid, Okay, and again, you can listen to the love reading we've already done that's free, and the spirit message at the beginning. Okay, or check out my channel for other readings. Okay, it's just if you've ever thought about something spiritual and you've wondered how it works or whatever, rather than sit in silence. But I just do want to take a sip of water and catch my breath because I haven't shut up talking. Also gives me a chance to ground myself as well. Hello, Nini, my lovely. How are you? Ah, right. It must be light where you are then. It's pitch black where I am. Okay, I can see it, Neela. Oh, lovely. 320. All right, okay. Okay, Bhavya, my lovely, they are paid readings only, but as I don't do pregnancy, legal, or health questions, I wouldn't answer that anyway. No, Bava, I do not do pregnancy questions. Okay, if you've been trying for 7 years, and my lovely, the doctor would have told you by now you need medical advice as well. Okay, as I say, it is paid readings, my lovely. Sorry, another reader might be doing free readings and they might touch on pregnancy, but I do not. Okay. Okay, Neela, my lovely. Okay, so you still got fear here. Spirit is saying straight away for you, Neela. All right? Because you had that inspired thought to call, but you didn't. So why didn't you? What are you still fearing? Okay? He doesn't fear when he talks to your mother. All right? So let's look at your energy still. Okay. So Neela, this is yours, my lovely. Just acknowledge that you know it's yours. Okay, Neela, do a thumbs up or something that this is yours. You know this is yours. Hello, sisters, my lovely. Ooh, excuse me. Neela, just do a thumbs up or something so I know that I can start your reading, my lovely. Well done, sisters. Okay, Bhavya, I've already explained that these are paid readings only, and I've also said that I do not do pregnancy questions, my lovely. So I wouldn't answer it even if you paid. I would be refunding you. Okay, there may be another psychic who is doing a live, okay, and they might help you, but I don't go into that. Right, Neela, are you there, my lovely? So I can get on and do your reading. Okay, right, so Spirit is saying this to you. All right, you've got a lot that you've got things that you still need to release. This says release, okay, for a start. You've got emotions to turn your back on, stacking them on the shelf, cups of your emotions, okay, that you've got to leave behind here, okay, because you're still in this emotional confusion, okay. It's got nothing to do with his father, okay. This is not free readings, my lovely, so don't post that on there. You're still waiting. He's right there. Okay, remember, Neela, he's not separate from you. It's just the thoughts you're having. Okay, and you're still thinking about what's been said to your mother, but also if there's a third party, or what if the third party, you're still thinking about the mothers as well, his mother. Okay, so there's a lot of thoughts that are still keeping you bound, and you need to release that. Okay, because it's stopping, it's guarding the entrance. This person is guarding the entrance here. Okay, so it's stopping you having these heart-to-heart conversations. You were inspired to have a conversation, okay, even if it was a hi. Okay, you've got to get on top of your thoughts, Spirit is saying, and you've got to believe so that it can be guided, reflected back to you. Okay, it can come back in within 3 to 5. Over the next 3 to 5 weeks, he might be visiting the area, or you might be near him, okay, as it is a card of travel, okay, but you know, I dream about us together. When I turned one of these cards, okay, our hearts are still connected, we're a perfect match, but you're focused and keep thinking of the version who is in the physical world, who is not your version. I can't get this across to you anymore. All versions of him exist. The one that's being reflected back to you that you keep focused on is the only version you are fixed on. Okay, so if there's 100 versions of him, there's infinite versions of him. You are fixed on one version, hoping that that version will change. What can I do to change this version of him? What can I do to change that version where he comes back to me? Leave that version alone. You are going within yourself and you are putting your awareness on the version who's always loved you, who is saying this to you. You're the love of my life. You're my true love. My future is with you. Let's move in together. Okay? But you're not. Remember, awareness. You put your awareness on what you do want and who you are and what you have. I am Neela who has this relationship, or I am Neela who does not. Which one are you? You can't be both. You can't be in two states of mind at the same time. You can't be in two states. All states exist. Okay, are you in the state where you have him or the state where you don't? You're in the state where you don't. So what happens is you're embodying Neela who does not have him, who is fearful that you'll never get him, okay, who's fearful what that version is thinking and feeling, and you're wondering why you're not experiencing, where there's a version of you and him that are happily together, but you're not focused on that. And you're not embodying that version. That version of Neela who is in that loving relationship is not your version, and you're not embodying that version. You're in a different state. You're wanting to be in this state, but you keep keeping yourself in that state. Okay, so how can you get to that state? Because you're not putting your awareness on the version who loves and adores you. You're putting your awareness on the one that doesn't want you and is in no contact. Okay. You're not there. You are not there because you wouldn't be asking that question. When you have embodied the state, the version of you that knows that you're in that relationship without seeing proof, because you are the proof, you are the evidence, and you are the signs. Okay, because you experience reality as reality. You are all of reality. Okay, and you're not there yet. You're causing the delay. Okay, you need to release all of this. You need to, every time any thought, as soon as he pops into your head, what's your first thought? Because that's the code that's running. That's the key. The first thought that you should be having when he pops into your head is, he's already mine. We're already together. We love each other. We're a perfect couple together. Of course I'm chosen. Of course he chooses me. Of course he prioritizes me. Okay, because I choose and prioritize myself. I'm all that is. I'm always chosen. I'm always everybody's top priority. Okay, there's no one better than me. I'm the only option. But you're not. You're going back into the unwanted story that's keeping you bound and not seeing any movement. You're in this loop. Okay, my lovely? Still wondering when it's going to come to you, when it's right there. Your ship is docked. You didn't go anywhere. Your person only exists because you became aware of them. Outside of your awareness, when you're not thinking about them, they don't exist. Because there is only now in time and space. So every time you think about them, look at how you're thinking about them and how you're thinking about yourself. You are not being consistent with, I don't give a fuck, he's mine and we're already together. It's the law of whatever the fuck I say it is, because it's my reality and my world. And you're not embodying the version of you going around saying, I don't give a fuck, I'm already his wife. So you're causing the delay. Because you're always broadcasting. Okay? You're never not broadcasting thoughts or energy onto the mirror that gets reflected back to you. You're always right. Okay? Do you understand, Spirit is saying? yes, you've changed as a person, but you haven't dropped the old story regarding him. You haven't changed to where you are in that knowing and conviction. You're not embodying the Neela, the Neela who has the relationship, which is happening right now. Okay, all versions and outcomes are operating now. You're choosing and deciding, okay, what you are experiencing right now every time you think about him. Okay, the reason it hasn't come in is because of the story you're still telling yourself, about him, about the relationship. You're still going into a past that is only one version of truth. Okay, all versions are true, but you keep choosing the one. Okay, it's been X amount of time. There hasn't been X amount of time because there's only now. Okay, there is only the now moment. It's what you're thinking about right now. Okay. So if I was to follow you around all day long with a notebook, logging down all of your thoughts, okay, and I showed you a printout of them at the end of the day, I know that 99% of those thoughts would be not on what you're wanting. And you're wondering why nothing is changing. Okay? Thank you, Stormy. Okay, these are paid readings only. It does say in the title of the video. Well, it's £5, not $5, darling. And I will be doing the free career collective reading. So for those of you that have joined in, let me explain what's going on, how I operate. Let me just put these cards away. Okay. So they are paid readings. We've only got half an hour left, but if you do catch another one of my lives, okay, they are paid readings. You can have start off with a £5 mini reading, which is literally, you don't ask a question. It's one card with a channeled message behind it, because I don't read cards. I just use them as visuals for yourselves, and I channel spirit. Okay. So the message behind it. If you want to know more, go back and watch Stormy's £5 reading. Okay. It's a mini reading, okay, where you don't ask a question. Spirit will just tell you what they want you to hear right now. Okay, and sometimes a quick message gives you clarity, and it can give you that nudge that you need for a deep dive. Okay, lots of people will either have the £5 reading and then they're like, can you explain more, Spirit? Okay, they will pay for more cards or whatever, or they will go away, think about it. Spirit nudges you when you're out and about or whatever, okay, in your thought, and lots of people will book a reading during the week, okay, or between lives. Now that is 99% of people, 99.9% of people book video readings because they can watch it and they can actually hear what Spirit is saying in your reading. Okay, now I am a psychic medium, so I channel loved ones in spirit as well as love pets in spirit, okay, and also what your pets or people think of you here. Okay, and there's all sorts of readings that I do on my channel anyway, so you can not on my channel, on my website, but the description link is in the link is in the description. Okay, for those of you who can't get a reading because I only use PayPal, you don't need a PayPal account. You can just pay by card. When you go in, you select the card option. Okay. What was I going to say? There are loads of videos on my channel. All right. You can check out the shorts. You can watch the shorts. You can watch pick a card playlist, shorts, yes, no answers are in there. I think that might be what Zara was thinking about. Okay, that's what I was saying about the shorts. Other video readings as well. Go and knock yourself out. There's loads on there. Right, okay, I'm going to be doing the free collective career reading that is coming up in a moment. And don't forget that I do timestamp them as well, the free ones. And all the other free ones I've done as well on the other videos, spirit message, love reading and career. You can watch those if tonight's ones didn't resonate with you. Okay. Excuse me. Right. Okay. So, career. Now, sometimes spirit will just talk about money. Okay, obviously we work for money, some of us. Okay, it doesn't have to come through work. Money doesn't have to come through work. It can come through any means. It's just energy. And money is not actually separate from you. It's just your awareness of it. If you think money is evil, or you've got to work hard for it, or it's hard to come by, or you never have enough of it, then that is your awareness of it. That is the version of you who you are embodying in lack energy, and you will continue to experience no money. Okay, so shift your awareness and look at money differently. I always have more than enough. Okay, every day my wealth increases. Money comes to me easily. I get paid just to be me. Okay, righty-ho. Spirit work career message for the collective, please. Now, again, this is a collective reading. It's not personal, so it may not resonate. If it does, then good. Okay, there's definitely an opportunity coming in here for some of you. Okay, okay, have faith. Right, oh, but action as well. Oh, no, where did that go? There we go. Okay, so Spirit is saying here with this card is that there is somebody who's noticed you. Okay, so it's like you're waiting for their move. Okay, they're holding this chess piece. You're waiting for their next move. So it could be that you're waiting for a promotion, you're waiting for a pay rise, okay, or you're sent in resumes or CVs, depending on where you are, okay, and you're waiting to hear back from somebody. You're waiting to hear back from somebody, okay? But the news, however knotted up you feel with this twisted tree branch, is balanced. Okay, there's fruit on this tree. So however knotted up you feel, thinking, oh, am I going to get it? Am I not? When will I get it? Will they offer it to me? Etc. Etc. It's coming. Okay, have faith. Some of you before the end of this month, between the 24th and the 31st, I'm hearing. Okay, it could be 24 to 31 days, but I'm hearing the 24th and 31st as well. They're pointing out the numbers on here for timings. Okay, you'll be happy and contented with this new position, pay rise, promotion, or new job or transfer. Okay, it will really reflect your skills and your knowledge, Spirit is saying. Okay, so action is being taken. Okay, action is being taken. Just have faith. This pregnancy bump has the world on it. It's got a map of the world on there. So have faith that what you want will be born into this world. Okay, your promotion, your pay rise, or your new job, or your transfer. For a lot of you, if you're in that situation, it's coming, my lovelies, and it's coming soon. Okay, yeah, money in your hands, money growing in your hands. Okay, just be strong, be confident. Okay, and believe and trust. Okay. And like I say, for the free collective readings, I do put the timestamps in the comments after the live. Okay, so we've got 15 minutes left of the live. So if any of you are wanting a paid reading before I dip out, okay, before I come off the live, then now's your chance to get one in. Even if it's the mini reading, which, like I say, is Spirit will say what they want you to hear. You're not asking a question with the £5 one. Okay. And I just saw work at the bottom as well there. You know, the cogs are turning, the wheels are turning. There is a job, changing job, money, or promotion there for those of you looking for work. Hello, my lovelies. Hello, Roderick. Hello, Shivani. Okay. Right. So we've got 10 minutes left. If any of you are wanting your own personal reading, paid readings only, okay, or you're just wanting the £5 mini read, which is one visual card, but a channeled message behind it of what Spirit wants you to know. Okay, you're not asking a question. Spirit will just tell you what they want you to hear right now. Okay. Sometimes that's all you need. And if you do want your own paid reading in the live, then and that's the link there. Now it is through the PayPal me link. Okay. You don't need a PayPal account. In most countries, just click the link, enter the amount and choose to pay with a card. It's safest. I can't get Super Chat where I am anyway. Now, if you're wanting a reading outside of the live, where it's a recorded video, okay, that you can watch lots of times, then the link is in the description. And I am a psychic medium. Okay, so I channel your loved ones in spirits and pets. Let's not forget our fur babies. Okay, our little fairy critters there as well. And don't forget, as I said earlier, that I will be pinning the timestamps in the comments for you to rewatch the spirit message, the love message, and the love message carries covered singles that are ready to mingle, no contact situations, and up and downs in a relationship. And then we've just done the career one. All right. Okay, Melm. Okay. Hello, Melm, my lovely. Okay. So this is a good example of the mini £5 one. Okay. So Spirit will pick a card and then they will give, just as a visual for you, Melm. Okay. And then they will give you the message behind it. Okay. I'm going to go with... I'm going to pick one of these, actually. They're drawing me to these. Ah, right. Okay. Now, remember, I don't read the cards as it is. Okay. So, forgetting that it's the Hermit and whatever the card means. Okay, I don't do the meanings. Look at how this person is reflecting. They're on a bridge. Okay, they got books all around them. Knowledge. Stories. Okay, but reflecting here on this bridge of incidents, if you like. So let's bear that in mind. But the beautiful tree has got golden apples on. It's bearing fruit. So what Spirit is saying is that there's a steady, wise like the Hermit, like the sage, grounding going on around you. Okay, your soul, your spirit has been whispering for clarity. Okay, you're coming into alignment, Spirit is saying. So they're sort of saying it's a subtle but powerful shift happening in you. Okay, and you may not be able to explain it, but you feel it. Okay, so you're feeling it by craving peace, not noise. Your intuition is louder and clearer. And you're not you're tolerating less from people. You're setting boundaries. You're coming away from people who are no longer serving you. So you're on this bridge, if you like. You're leaving old stories behind. There's a book fallen on the floor behind him. Okay, what's in front of him? There's a magnifying glass and another book. Okay, so you're becoming clearer on your journey forward, your path forward. Okay, so you're sort of being called back, but not to your old life, but to a version of yourself that you were always meant to be before the world distracted you. So you're shedding those layers. A very emotional, reflective time, because this Hermit is reflecting, pondering. Look at his face. Thinking, reflecting. Where do I go next? Okay, so you may have even felt lonely at moments as well. Okay, but it's you're going into a new soul chapter, basically. Okay, with clearer clarity on who is meant to walk with you and where you're meant to be walking. You're having a breakthrough in your purpose and personal power. Now that can come through career, it can come through healing within yourself, okay, or even finally speaking a truth that you've held back on. All right. October and November is really key here as well. It's like the missing piece drops into place. You're off that bridge. They're saying, okay, a decision becomes obvious. Okay, you're not waiting, you're ripening. Ah, right, okay, you're not waiting, you're ripening. Remember they said about that fruit. that beautiful golden fruit on this tree. Everything is coming into fruition for you where you've seen no movement or you've been stood still. Okay, so, but Spirit is saying what's meant for you is already circling your energy field as well. So protect your energy field as well. Not everyone deserves access to your light just because they're near you. Okay, and never dim your light for others, Spirit is saying. If you know, if somebody can't see your light, don't dim it for others. There's still something falling away, a release with grace, Spirit is saying. So receive with readiness. Okay, you gave up on a vision or a calling or a move, but it's not dead. They're just wanting you to believe here. Okay, so lots of reflecting going on here. I've not the old story in my person as well. Yes. Okay, and Spirit is saying trust the ending that you're still processing. Okay, whether it's a person or a place or a version of yourself. Okay, because it's falling away. Again, that's when they were saying about the releasing with grace. All right. So remember that card. And remember as well that it's your awareness and who you embody. So you're being aware that old stories are not your stories anymore. They're not your preference. They're not your choice. Those old versions of you and your person are not the versions you want to keep your awareness on. Okay, you're going back within and you're selecting the versions of you that you do want because they already exist. Okay, and you are as if you're stepping into that version of you and looking at that version of him and your relationship and yourself. All right, and because you would be thinking and feeling and doing things differently. All right, so I hope that helps you, Mel, today as well. Hello, musical hand, my lovely. Okay, my lovelies. Well, good. See, again, a little £5 reading gives you the little nudge that Spirit wants you to know that you don't even, sometimes you have been thinking it, okay, and feeling it, but sometimes we wonder if it's real, if what we're feeling is the truth. Okay, so like with Melm and Stormy's, you both said, from what Spirit gave you, I've sort of been feeling that way, I've been knowing that, okay? But we don't always, your head comes in and poo-poos it sometimes, okay? Always trust how you feel, your heart is. Your heart is your truth, it's your true compass, okay? But our little sneaky thoughts like to come in and try to trip us up, okay? Right then, my lovelies. They're always around you. Okay. No, there's no free readings, my lovely Varsha. But I have done 3 free collective readings. Okay. And I'm about to end the live, so I will be putting in the timestamps. Okay, sorry, Nini. Yes, there is a meaning. Okay, it's a visitation, it's a connection, it's love choosing a language. Okay, because when we dream about about our loved ones, okay, now there's 2 types of dreams that I found when I dream about loved ones. Okay, one can be that they're just there and it's like a they're just sort of milling around, but other times there's a bit of an interaction with them. Okay, that you just know it feels different. Okay, because remember, when you're dreaming, you are on the astral plane. Okay, where they can meet you, they can see you, speak to you, come in. So just so that you wake up and you think, oh, I dreamt about grandma, or I dreamt about my parents, or whatever, or a loved one. Okay, so it's like a checking in, a offering comfort and guidance. Sometimes they'll appear if we're stressed. Okay, and it's like you're on the right path, we're here, because they're on your spirit team. Okay, we're still here, we're just in a different form. Okay, the soul doesn't need a voice to speak, has no lips. Okay, there's no body. Okay, it's just energy. So it communicates with that strange calm. If they were to manifest in your room, you'd probably shit yourself. Okay, I mean, I speak to spirit all the time, but if one actually manifested in front of me, I'd probably run a mile. Okay, so sometimes it can be that there's still something unresolved or something being healed, and those dreams can show up when there's still a question hanging in the air. Okay, or you're releasing old grief as well. So it can come as lots of different things. Okay, so I hope that helps you, Nini, on that question. Right then, my lovely. At this time, I really need to come on. Yeah. Yeah, I know I would. Right then, my lovely. So you're not imagining it. Okay, you're connecting to them. Yes, exactly. Right. My lovelies. Hello to those of you who've just joined, but I am signing off now. But by all means, I have done 3 free collective readings during the live. Okay, I hope this has helped you all, and I will, when the live ends in a minute, go in and find the readings and put the timestamps in the comments section so that you can find them. Okay, my lovelies, thank you to you all. I hope all your readings have helped. For those of you who are new, listen back. Don't forget you can go into my channel. I have loads of shorts, okay, with all sorts of topics. I have pick a card playlists. Pick a card readings are all in a playlist, so you don't have to search for all the videos. There's all different kind of readings as well. Go and knock yourselves out, okay, because the answers that you're seeking today will be there somewhere. Okay. Rabia, you can always go back in a moment and listen to the love reading, okay? But I don't do free readings anyway. I do free collective readings during the lives, but I don't do personal free readings. They're paid only. Right then, my lovelies. Love you all. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Catch up with you on Wednesday. Love and light.